At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The following audio contains personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join OPTAVIA, but please note that they have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider or doctor prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. The stories shared reflect the unique experience of a very small percentage of OPTAVIA coaches and should not be relied upon by prospective or current OPTAVIA coaches as an indication of what they should expect to earn. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S., please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan.
Hey, welcome everybody.
My gosh, welcome you guys. Good evening. We are so excited to be here with you tonight.
As you're coming in, make sure you drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know where you're coming from.
Yes, let's blow up the chat, you guys, because we're so excited to be here with you tonight. We are Josh and Michelle Bomba. We are proud OPTAVIA independent coaches. And tonight you're going to be hearing some such incredible stories of transformation. And you're going to really discover why OPTAVIA is so needed in today's world and really the magic behind why so many clients and coaches are really seeing such amazing success with their bodies, minds, and finances.
We are so happy that you guys are here with us.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome night, you guys. But before we really jump into these stories, we really want to start off by letting you guys get to know a little bit about us. Josh and I have been married for about 10 years. We have one 7-year-old son, and we actually discovered OPTAVIA July of 2016, and we discovered it honestly out of desperation. I actually discovered OPTAVIA in 2015, a year prior, and when our coach reached out to me to really invite me to explore more of what OPTAVIA was, honestly, out of being skeptical and in my own way, I just kept declining that invitation after multiple times and not really realizing what was really possible for us.
Yeah, and once we found it, our lives really just changed for the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, my story, I was back, a while ago, I was in a C-level executive in the publishing industry, and I was just looking for more. My health wasn't in line. Really, my relationships weren't in line. I left for work early in the morning. I got home late, and I really just felt like, even just being a dad, I wasn't really doing a good job of that because I was always so tired. Almost felt like a weekend dad, right? So I was looking for more, and little did I know it was going to start with just me getting healthy, right? I was out looking, just to drop a few pounds, and the energy I got, just the sleep I got, everything was, it just changed. And little did I know losing a few pounds was going to change my life.
Yeah, well, how much did you lose? Tell them.
Well, I lost 39 pounds in under a month. I transitioned, and now here I am coaching, 5 years later.
Yeah, and I was in the restaurant industry. And so if you know what the restaurant industry is like, it's really challenging because it was a very stressful job. I was on my feet all the time. I had zero to no energy. I would come home really late. And so I noticed that for years, my health really started to decline because of the industry that I was in. And so I was that mom that just didn't have the energy to keep up with her kid. I was always taking naps. And so I knew that I needed to make a change in my health. And that's where that desperation, it was time to do something. And so enter OPTAVIA, and it has truly transformed, my life. Just coming from the health side, really early on, I started gaining my energy back. I started feeling better. I wasn't taking naps anymore. I was able to have the energy to play with my toddler at the time. And so I knew that's when I discovered something great. I went on to lose 22 pounds on this program. But more than the weight loss, I found myself. I found the energy that I lacked. I felt like I was becoming a better mom, a better wife. And so I knew that this was really the magic of what this program really gifted us. And so we knew early on it was time to pay that forward. And we had so many friends and family asking us, what does that change within you guys? They were seeing the changes within us, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, just everything about us was changing. We were always in a better mood. And so we decided that's when we wanted to help others, because we knew that this was really a gift that we could not hide from people. It's true, right? When you lose weight, you can't really hide it from people. People start noticing. But even more than that, when they start to see the other transformations within you, that's when they really start to know and notice that something different is there. So we started helping our friends and family. It really started off as a small dream as far as just wanting to help others, and it turned into something pretty great and pretty incredible.
Yeah, and I mean those relationships are really what I've seen just grow and flourish over the time. It's great watching, us. I mean, we've been able to do so much more together, and even the relationship that we have with our child. Being able to coach his teams and being able to pick him up from school, and all the fun stuff that we really get to do as a family with the traveling and all of that. But
Yeah, it's really transformed our life in every area. It really started off as health. It started to work on the mental aspect, who we were showing up as, becoming more. And then it really just transpired so much as we were helping other people. So, it's really blessed our lives. And that's why we're so passionate now to share this with so many others, and to just really in all areas of their life. But we're so excited that you're here again. We're excited to see how this could be, a benefit to your life and how this can really change your life. But we're going to go through so incredible things today. We're going to really go through the mindset, the skill set, the action.
yeah, and the mindset here, the mindset matters. We're going to awaken you to the secrets of lifelong transformation. The skill sets, we're going to show you how to really decide what it's going to look like moving forward in your health. And we're going to talk about, just what's happened through stories from people that we know and love, and who they've been able to create this mindset, skill set, and action in their own lives.
Yeah, you guys, it starts with the decision. That's what you're probably going to hear a lot, is everything we do in life, it starts with that decision, but we're going to also give you some simple steps, because I don't know about you, but I love simple.
Right?
Yeah, we love simple. And so we're really going to show you just some simple steps on really how to move forward in your journey to really reach optimal health. But before we get into all the incredible stories and just sharing this gift with you guys, we really want to see who is here with us today. Which of these answers, what best describes you? Are you a guest? Are you here? Does someone invite you here? Are you a guest and you have no idea what this is, but you just want to discover more on how maybe OPTAVIA can be a change in your life? Are you an incredible client who've actually seen transformation or started to see transformation through this program, and you just want to be inspired by what's possible with more? Or are you an incredible client and coach, and you're here and you're just here to support others, and you're here to just be with us tonight? So where are you guys? We'd love to see where you guys are coming in from, and who you guys are as far as this plan. So let's keep going, you guys. So let's start off with, this just incredible individual. We've really shared with you our story and how this has changed our life. But now we're excited to really introduce you to the man who helped change our life. And that's Dr. Wayne Scott Andersen. As you can see, all of these incredible things that he's been able to accomplish in his life, but he's the co-founder of OPTAVIA. He's an independent OPTAVIA coach. He's an integrated presidential director. And as you can see, he's got so many incredible accolades that has made him who he is today, and just really been part of this incredible journey.
Yeah, and a little bit, that we don't all know about Dr. Wayne Scott Andersen. Besides what we can read here, he had a thriving business, right? He had a great practice where he was helping a lot of people, but almost what in his story where he talks about what he was doing, he was just helping people extend their life a little further, putting Band-Aids on people through these operations, not helping them change their habits up front. So He went and I mean, he sold his practice and he wrote a book, and that's really what is the foundation of our habits of health transformation system. He wanted to help people get out in front. So what he did, he approached our company and said, "Hey, look, this is something that I think would be amazing, and this is where we can really help people in their health, really make a difference in this world long term." So instead of running an ambulance from the bottom of the cliff, he really got up there and built a fence on the top so people stopped falling, right? Where he can really make a big difference. But in that life book, what he developed here, it's basically the groundbreaking approach to health, to optimal health and well-being. So, I mean, reading the stuff on the screen here, he's a valedictorian of his medical class. He trained in open heart surgery at the Cleveland Clinic. He was a 10th board certified surgeon in critical care. The guy, he's an amazing man and really has a passion to help a lot of people.
Yeah, he's been actively committed all of these years to truly just change people's lives and through the inside out. And that's what he's done for so many people. So we are forever grateful to him because he is really the reason that's changed our own life and just the lives of so many.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of these worldwide statistics. I talked about people falling off the cliff, right? So let's look at all the people that are at the top right now. Worldwide obesity, it's nearly tripled since 1975. Think about that. There was a problem where we needed to make more food. We just didn't give the notes to make more healthy food for people, right? So tripled since 1975. Most of the world's population live in countries where overweight and obesity kills more than underweight. Think about that, right? A lot of people were dying of famine, of hunger, and now we're feeding them. And I guess in hindsight, they're dying now because of eating too much or the things that they're consuming. Think about the American statistics here. Almost a third of adults in this country, right? 31% report that money is a major source of conflict in their relationship, right? I know that's what we used to fight about all the time.
Yeah.
Right, big time. So 69% of workers that stress over their finances, and basically 72% admit to worrying about their personal finances at work while they're making money. So in July 2020, rates of depression and anxiety in the U.S. were more than triple those of 2019. And the simple question here: how are you? It really turned into an emotional minefield.
Yeah, you guys, these numbers are pretty scary. Think about where, our just America is today. Where is the world? We don't always look at these statistics and, see where everyone is in their health. Because as we know, health is so much more than the physical aspect. And as you can see through these numbers, people are really suffering in today's world. And so we're really that answer just to help everyone. We're getting America healthy, but the goal is to take it to the world and help the world get healthy in every area. And this is where it begins because this is what Dr. A created. He created the Habits of Health transformational system, the life book. This is to really empower us to take steps forward towards optimal health. These are the tools that you get to really help create what you want. And he gave us those tools to help move move our health forward. Because in this life book, you guys, it's so incredible. There are 26 elements that's there to really help design, or it's designed to really help us and equip us to really recognize our habits, but to help change our habits moving forward. Because it's not just about physical health, it's about mental health, and this is really designed to help change the way that your thought process works moving forward to really help you live lifelong transformation. So it really starts with here.
So, and if you think about it, how many people on this call have lost weight in the past and gained it back? Really? It doesn't matter what happens down here. It's what happens up here. It's about building those habits, right? If we don't slim this down, that's where, it turns into this yo-yo effect, right? Cool, I can do OPTAVIA and lose the weight, but if I'm not changing my habits, if I'm not understanding what to do afterwards, how am I going to keep that weight off?
Yeah, so this is really going to help you move forward. 26 elements that's really going to help you create better health in your life. But let's kind of get into one of our favorite elements, which is element 3. How do you create what you want?
And a big part of this element, it has to do with structural tension, right? For those of you that don't know structural tension, obviously Google it. It's amazing. Basically, we talk about where our current reality is. We talk about our desired result, right? And think about this, even just in weight, in finances, in relationships, right? you're always going to have a current reality. You're always going to have that desired result. Basically, there's going to be choices in there. There's going to be initial choices, secondary choices. Those are all going to be things that are going to get you to that desired result. Sometimes we might sit here and think, maybe I want to drop 20 pounds, but do I want to, follow my health plan, or do I want to eat pizza? Right? There's two choices. There's going to be the primary choice and the secondary choice. And one of them is going to get you closer to that goal, right? So what I really like about this element, element one talked about, figuring out what you want. This is more talking about how we're going to create it. What are the different steps that we're going to do to get there? And it's about implementing those micro habits that'll help you get to that macro habit at the end.
Yeah. And what's cool about structural tension, guys, is you can use this in every area of your life. It doesn't have to be just with physical health, but like you said, you can use it in relationships, you can use it in family life, you can use it for everything. And, going with this habit of health, or this element as well, is, there becomes a 4 steps. We really learn, obviously, structural tension to really start to organize that habit, or organize what we're looking to do. But it really starts with picking a cue, right? To initiate that new habit that you want to create. Maybe it's setting an alarm every 3 hours as your cue to really help with that habit of eating every 3 hours, right? So that's going to start to stimulate your routine. The routine of eating, small meals, eating balanced meals or controlled fuelings every couple hours. And that's going to lead to the reward. We all need that instant gratification. Am I right? Something that's going to excite us, or something that's going to be like, yes, like we're satisfied at that moment. But also, that's also going to come with the long-term reward that you're working for, the goal that you're working for. So we need those instant gratifications, but that's also going to lead us to the rewards that we're looking for, those long-term satisfactions. But this is really, you guys, this is the transformation that sets OPTAVIA apart. This is why our clients and our coaches are so successful, is because these are the things that they're learning as far as knowing how to move forward in their health with each element. You guys, this is just one element. This is one element that's going to teach you, how to organize, what you want the most, how to, get your desired outcome, how to set up those secondary choices through structural tension. But this is also going to help you as far as setting up those routines and how you're going to implement those routines by setting up cues. So you guys, that's just one element that you're going to learn through out of 26 elements. So you're going to see that it's so much to learn, but this is where it really starts off, you guys. Here are the secrets to lifelong transformation.
Are we giving the secrets away?
We're giving the secrets away because, you guys, we have 4 incredible components that really is our turnkey system, right? And so this sets us apart from everything out there, is that it's not just one thing or another that's going to set you up for success, but you have 4 different components that are going to set you up for success. Here are the 4. Let's start with our independent OPTAVIA coach. Guys, these work, let me tell you, all 4 work together as key, right? Because you can't just do one or the other, right? But your OPTAVIA coach, this is where accountability meets all things, right? Because this is where you're going to have someone guide you every step of the way to help you towards your path to optimal health. Your coach is simply your guide. They're going to be here, and they already understand where you are because they've been there, and they're going to help you move forward like they've moved forward through this plan, and so a coach is really just there every step of the way, because as you know, I don't think any good things ever come from us doing things alone. So you're never going to be alone in this journey, and then the second, we've touched on this, right? It's the habits of health transformation system. True transformation does not come from what the scale number will say. Doesn't come from the size clothes that you're wearing. True transformation comes from when you start to change the way that you think. It's more than a number on the scale. It's really about changing your thought process, and it just gives you awareness, and it will equip you to really rewrite your story.
Yeah, so the third component here is the community. This was one of my favorites, right? How many of us grew up without the pats on the back or the attaboys, right? This community, we become the people that we spend the most time with, right? The community is such an important piece of everyday life. It's the people that we surround ourselves with. They help us move our life forward. It's the people that we do things with, right? I would have never thought that some of our dearest friends would be found in this community, right? So there's something special about being surrounded by like-minded people who help you level up, right? We're all here to celebrate with each other. We're all here to support each other. We're all here to give each other advice, really just inspiration from our own stories, right? Along the way. But you have access to so many different people in this, just throughout, what you're going to do. You have access to so much with the community, whether it be through the Facebook groups, or we have Wednesday night calls. We even have our coach community, right? So the third component here is the community. The fourth is the food, right? The rock solid nutrition, right? It's all what you need to lose weight quickly, safely. It's all carb and protein balanced, full of vitamins, minerals, everything that you need to get you where you want to be physically. My favorite, the plan is simple to follow. If you can eat, you can lose weight, right? But the idea of it, we take the thought process out of it. There's no counting calories, no macronutrients that you have to stick to. It just basically teaches the habits that we need along the way. So we eat 6 times a day. We drink water, and throughout this phase, we're learning basically to give our body what it needs and what it wants, right? What it wants to be healthy, to give you that energy, to help your sleep get better. We're getting these 5 fuelings, and we're teaching you to make what we call a lean and green meal, which is just a measured amount of protein and a couple servings of vegetables. But really, we're fueling our body to run through a high performance rate here, right? We're teaching you to use food as fuel instead of a form of punishment or reward, right? When we have stress, we don't want to turn to food. It's really teaching you to fuel your body almost like you fuel your car, right? Every 3 hours, that gas light's going to go on, and we're going to eat. That's really as easy as this program is.
Oh, let me tell you, the best part, it's simple, right? Here we go with the simple steps. You guys, no one likes hard. Am I right on that? No one likes hard. Simple is easy, and we love simple and the simplicity of it, of not having to think about what to have, and you're only in charge of one meal. Like, I don't know about you, but I remember meal prepping was never my friend, because it would take so much time. It's like you knew what to do, but then it was just the thought of making it all.
And then eating cold chicken on a Friday.
Yes. Like, so you guys, simplicity is really where it's at. And I know just in today's world, everyone is so busy. And so what we like is simple. And that's what this program is meant to be. It's meant to be simple for you to move forward. So there are the secrets of lifelong transformation. Again, it's not just one or the other. They all work so well together that will take you towards optimal health and reaching those goals. So let's go with another poll. Yes, let's go with another poll. I want to hear from you guys. Which of the 4 components are valuable to you? I know I've got some of my favorites, but I want to hear from you as far as which are the most important to you, or which is more valuable to you. Is it the coach, having the accountability? Is it having the education, right? Really understanding the mindset and how it works?
Or maybe the community, right? Those friends, the pats on the back, the accountability there. How about those fuelings, right?
Simplicity of the fuelings.
Simplicity.
Yeah. So which one are you? We're going to go through the results in just a little bit. But first, you guys, we are so excited to actually have our first story come on. These are such dear friends of ours. Actually, they're family. Can I tell you, nothing is better than helping family get healthy. And that's where this started with these 2 just a couple years ago. So I'm so excited for them to come on and just share their story with you and share their hearts. So Cindy and Andrew Kidd, my friends, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for having us on. So I guess this, like you said, the story kind of starts with you guys, but before that, I never had a weight problem. I wrestled in high school. I was in the Army. And then I got married and had kids, and I became a private investigator. And that is an incredibly sedentary job. What I didn't realize is how many bad eating habits I had created during that time, just growing up and being in the military. And when you don't move a lot in a car, because that's what investigators do, and you have really, really bad eating habits, the weight starts to pack on very quickly. And I found myself at my highest at 285 pounds. And I started having some small health problems. They turned out to be nothing, but it was very scary. And right about that time, my sister-in-law started telling my wife about this program called OPTAVIA, and her health coaches were Josh and Michelle. And I'm very skeptical, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. You fast forward a couple months, and Josh and Michelle actually visited us in Washington as they were going to vacation. We had dinner with them, and I interrogated them about this program. Very skeptical. By the end of it, we were on our way home, and I remember telling my wife, I said, I think this thing is going to work for me. I don't know why, I don't know, whatever. We ended up getting started, And it did. I lost 23 pounds in my first month. And it was just, for me, it was really simple. I had a very mobile lifestyle and I didn't have to think about it as a private investigator. I also became a coach after a month as well. After once I confirmed that it worked, I'm like, okay, I can believe in this thing. And anyways, I ended up losing 75 pounds in 4 months and 3 weeks, and then I ended up losing 94 pounds at my lowest weight. But really what we found is that I started to feel better. I started to sleep better. I used to nap all the time. I'd lose so much time with my family because I'd come home from work and I'd just go to sleep. On the weekends, I'd be napping. And it was really because, well, being overweight, but just my eating habits, I just crash all the time. I was irritable. And as I started doing this program, I started to have a clear mind. I was like, oh, wow. So that's what happens when you eat better? Like, oh, you start to feel better. You start to have a clear mind. And I started learning healthy habits. And that's the biggest takeaway for me, is learning the healthy habits, learning how to deal with them, becoming more self-aware. You just don't know what you don't know. And I didn't know anything about anything related to health. And actually being a coach was kind of a North Star for me personally in regards to making sure I was investing in my knowledge about what this program is all about, and the life book and the Habits of Health book that Josh and Michelle were just talking about. They're huge components to this program. But it's fundamentally changed our lives. Anyways, I don't want to hog it all, but I'll let Cindy talk here.
His story will always be my favorite. But a month after he started program, my husband was completely different. Like he said, he used to take naps all the time, and I'd be the one coming home from work, usually with the most energy, except that flip-flopped 30 days in. And now I'm the one coming home tired, and he's the one with like, hey, what are we going to do after dinner? And I'm like, nothing, I'm tired. So I was now the one who just wanted to come home and hang out on the couch. And I had some weight to lose. I was very much a yo-yo dieter. You can go back to my pictures. Every 3 to 5 years, I was doing something different. I thought I had some pretty decent healthy habits, except I didn't after we started this program and realizing what it actually means to be healthy and get healthy. So I lost a total of 26 pounds in 9 weeks. And I think the best part for me is because I did have such a stressful job. I was commuting up and down Western Washington, working 10, 12-hour days, sometimes coming home and working. I didn't always eat throughout the day. In fact, I was somebody who would have breakfast and I could either go all day without eating until coming home and snacking while making dinner and eating dinner. And then snacking after dinner. And then of course you have to have dessert after dinner, right? Like that was just my cycle. And I've tried so many things in the past to get healthy, and none of them were sustainable, at least not for my lifestyle with working full time, coming home, managing a household, taking care of the kids. So yes, the weight loss is amazing, but it's the ability to learn healthier habits that we've been able to transfer to our kids. And I think that's the most incredible part out of all of this for me, is our kids have been watching us for the past 3 years, and they've now created healthier habits for themselves without us even having to initiate it. And that in itself is really rewarding because they don't learn these things anywhere else. And if they're not learning it at home and they're not learning it at school, they're not necessarily walking away with the habits that we want them to literally carry on for future generations. So it has truly, truly changed our life in so many ways. And we are such present parents, and we're more patient parents as a result, because when you do, you feel better, you act better, and your response is a lot better. So it's just, in a nutshell, has really changed the dynamic of our family, and we're incredibly blessed.
Yeah, I talked with somebody the other day, and we were talking about the life book. And he said, Andrew, I thought this, when I first started this, it was just going to be about the fuelings and drinking the water. And he's like, and here we are talking about how to become better people. And I was like, right. That's what this thing's all about. So
back to you, Josh and Michelle.
I love that, guys. Thanks so much for sharing. What I like about that right there is where you said it's about transferring those skills down to our kids as well, right? Think about that. All the people that we're able to help, really, if we help them change their habits, those habits go down to their children as well. And from there, the trajectory of health in our country can completely change.
Absolutely. And I love that story because, it's changed more than just their health. That's where it started. right? And then it started to change their mindset, and it started to trickle down to their kids, and their kids were seeing just different parents. And that's what this is about, is to really just change family trees. I always say, if a family, or if you didn't grow up in a healthy family should come from you. And so I love it. Thank you so much, you guys, for sharing. So now we've got some poll results. So I'm excited to see, where these numbers are at. Wow, I love that. It really is across the board. I actually clicked on all of them because I know that all of them are so important to me, but I love these numbers and just seeing where everyone is at, and just seeing that all of them are really equally important. So you guys, I love it. All right, let's keep it going, you guys. Let's talk about our trilogy wheel. Now, you may think, what is optimal health, right? You think sometimes when we think about health, we just think about a healthy body, the physical aspect, right? But let's talk about what optimal really is, because optimal health is the best health, and it can all be achieved in your life. Because in OPTAVIA, we often start with, reaching a healthy weight, right? We talk about, or we want it to focus on that healthy body. However, it's just the start. We don't just focus on weight or physical health, but we really focus on all areas of your health, because someone may be eating right, they may be physically healthy, but maybe they're so stressed out, maybe they're unfulfilled, they're struggling financially, then they're really not truly healthy. And that's why we offer solutions in all three areas with OPTAVIA. And so this is our trilogy wheel, and it's really a tool to help gauge you and health in just every area of your life. So we offer, the scale 1 through 10, and we really just want you to look at this and evaluate where you are. Perfect 10s may not be realistic for everyone, but we always want to be improving from where we started. So as we explore each, I'm really going to ask you to really think about where you currently are, and just think about where you want to be.
Yeah, and I think about where I was when I started, right? I was working a lot, spending a lot of time in the office. My finances were better than the majority of other areas, but here I am working, and I'm stressed, and I'm eating what I can. Grubhub is arriving with McDonald's, or with something that wasn't healthy. So my physical activity was low. As I started to get healthy, and then as I basically started, we were doing a lot more walking, a lot more playing football and baseball with my kid, right? That's where, not only was my physical health getting better, right? Well, now I'm starting to feel more fulfilled, right?
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like, in a way, like I have a purpose again. And that's where I watched the healthy mind start to get better, and, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, you guys. So just so y'all know, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, they're all interconnected, right? And all three of these are really going to help you work towards optimal health. And what's awesome about OPTAVIA is that we offer solutions for every area. So really take a look at the healthy body. Where are you? Where do you want to be? Are you at a healthy weight? Do you have healthy eating habits? Are you a healthy sleep? Where are you currently in your healthy body? And then look at your healthy mind. Where are you? Are you fulfilled? Do you feel stressed? Does your job take a toll on you? Where are you in that gauge? And then even healthy finances. We talk about abundance a lot and what that means. Having the freedoms to live your life and focus around what matters most. So really take a look at all three of these and really gauge your health and see where you're at. Again, 10 may not be realistic for everyone, but we always want to improve, to work towards that center, and maybe start to reach some 8s and some 9s. So next, we're really excited to bring on just another incredible couple who has really embodied all that OPTAVIA has to offer, and they've embodied every part of it. They're helping so many people embody it as well. So we're excited for you to hear from Rachel and Tim Richards, who are going to come on and share with us. So Rachel and Tim, my friends, take it away.
Hello, good evening, everyone. We're so honored to be on with you guys tonight. And yes, I started coaching OPTAVIA in 2017 and guiding people in their health as a certified OPTAVIA health coach. But my client experience is where I really want to share, because that's truly what we do. We are transformed, and then we get to invite other people into the spaces where we're finding that hope. So really for me, I think that when it comes to healthy mind, that is my absolute favorite part of our program, because I was someone that was very food focused. I also believed that you could out exercise a bad diet. I love to teach spin And I really needed the mental gym that OPTAVIA and Dr. A has offered all of us. I really needed that. I had some mindsets that no superfood or workout regimen was going to help me with. Just being honest, I really started to become aware that I have self-limiting beliefs and I have all or nothing thinking, and that I needed structured tension. I love that Michelle was sharing the structured tension chart out of our systems. And that really helped me to step into a place where I could look at, what do I want to create in my life in every area, from healthy body, healthy mind, and so on. And really say, let me start with what I want to create instead of avoidance or deprivation, right? And that includes my mindset. Did I have an abundance mindset? No. Did I fall into scarcity patterns sometimes? Yes. Do I have self-limiting beliefs? Yes. Was I an all or nothing thinker when it came to health? Yes. And so a lot of these paradigm shifts started to happen in the systems and on the calls and through all of the pillars of this program. And it truly has been transforming my life. And I think one area that I would love to share is a personal story. I have a teenage son and he's an amazing young man. But in quarantine, we were in close proximity and tensions were high. And he's a teenager and he's sorting out his own issues, right? And so we would have these discussions and I would see that stop, challenge, and choose strategy that the life book and some of the materials were teaching me, that I could stop what I was doing because I'm someone who could yell or I'm not a perfect parent. And I might say, you know, I don't want to yell at my son. I want to have the desired outcome of being a parent that he looks up to, and my patience needs to grow and my communication needs to grow. And I don't need to be in blame when I'm dealing with my son. So a lot of these concepts in the materials started becoming so real for me. And I really was able to see that I can have moments where, whether it's with food or my behavior, where I can stop, think about the desired outcome that I want with my son, which is one of peace and to teach him how to be an amazing parent. And that I can choose the behaviors that align with that, whether it's walking away or having that tough conversation later when I'm in a better place. And so what I started to see was health isn't what you put in your mouth. It's what comes out of your mouth, and it's what you think, and it's how you feel, and it's moving from that emotional brain into your logical brain and taking time to shift. And I had never thought about those things until I found this program. And it really helped me to feel like I was growing. I was starting to unbecome the things that were not serving me. And I'm really starting to become the person that I want to be. And I truly believe that if people knew what this program was completely, they would just never say no, first as a client and second as guiding people that they love.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I get to benefit a lot from that as well. Just in watching my wife grow, it's been tremendous. And I think for me, my story is a lot very similar to Rachel's, but I think for me, walking into this this journey, I saw it more of what I had to lose than what I had to gain. And I think what this program has helped me to do as I help other people, I'm helping myself with really what Josh talked about earlier, which is slimming down this thing. For me, and I probably, maybe some of you can identify with this, but my ego kept me from so many things. It kept me from showing up really well, not only for my family, but for myself. And I think once I started to unpack how there were some things that I needed to let go of, the ways that I would handle stressful situations at home, I started to realize that I was the X factor. I had to start with me. I had to take responsibility for the thoughts that were here and how they were coming out. And so what I started to see, I think that one of the first things I saw is in our relationship. All of the conversations that we had, whether they were about money or health or our kids, there was a lot of opportunity to grow, and it wasn't always about me being right. And so I think one of the things that we Josh and Michelle are starting to unpack is the habit loop. And so what's so important about this one tool that you'll experience, or you may be already experiencing this program, is you start to identify those cues in your life, those triggers that you already know what the outcome is. You already know what your response is. And what I got to learn, and what you can learn too, is how to change that outcome, how to establish a better, healthier minded outcome that not only will support a healthier relationship with your family members or your wife or your spouse, but also you feel better. You feel better because the interaction went differently. And so when you start to show up better, everybody notices. And so one of the things that people often say is, wow, yeah, you've lost a lot of weight, but you're different. The way that I experience you is different. And so I think what this program that you'll see, and especially from guiding other people in their health and sharing this gift with other people, is the more practice that you do, the more practice in teaching others, you start to develop more mastery in your own life, and you start to see those relationships grow. So I think of our program as more of the product that we sell is really the problem we solve. And so I'm so excited for you guys. I hope that you'll be joining us soon and sharing this program and guiding other people with us. But that's just a little bit about us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh and Michelle.
You guys, wow. Like, I can hear you guys speak forever, and I share that with them all the time. Rachel and Tim, they're so wise and all that they say, and you can see true transformation there, because I remember first meeting them, and it wasn't always like this smooth, right? It wasn't always this great. And so just seeing just the transformation within them, and just the way that their healthy mind has developed moving forward, with just a sliver of healthy body. And I think that's how your story really evolves. Is like, we started with healthy body, right? That's what we come into. And then we start to see that it's our mind work that needs a lot of help. And so they just shared so beautifully just how the healthy mindset has really helped them through this program. So you guys, thank you so much.
Did you catch that? Was the product we sell is the solution?
It's a problem that we solve. That's incredible. And it's so true. So thank you guys so much for sharing that. That was beautiful.
Oh, it looks like we have another poll coming up here.
We love the polls. All right, guys. I want you guys to be truthful, okay? Don't worry. This is anonymous. No one's going to see your answers. But really, what areas of the trilogy to reach optimal health do you want to improve in? So really, maybe it's all three, and that's okay. You can probably pick all three, but really, which of these areas, and be truthful. Again, no, this is completely anonymous, but we want to see, what area, that you feel that you need more of a solution in.
And I know she said anonymous, but how about if you're brave, you can throw it in the chat too.
Yeah, throw it in the chat. We'd love to see in the chat, as far as, what area that you want to improve. Because I'll be honest, you guys, we thought we only needed the healthy body. That's what we came into OPTAVIA thinking we needed. And then really quickly, we discovered, man, we needed everything. We needed all three of these because we were unhealthy in every single area. So throw it in the chat, throw it in the poll. Let's see which area you want to improve in, because now we're really going to get into kind of that next phase of what OPTAVIA offers. We really start with the healthy aspect, right? Healthy body, healthy mind. But then what happens, because I'll tell you guys this, as you start to get healthy, as you start to transform your body, people will notice, right? Weight loss is something that you'll never be able to hide. You can try, but people will always notice when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to just changing, how you've been thinking, the way that you're reacting to things. People start to notice. And so, with this program and with OPTAVIA, there's two phases to this. And this is something that you're going to learn, through Dr. A's Habit of Health system, is that we start with phase 1, right? Healthy body, healthy mind. But then we start to work on phase 2, because again, people start to notice, you're excited about the transformation that you're seeing within yourself. And so that natural progression of what happens is working towards phase 2, right? So there's going to be two things that you have, two options of what you can do, right? You can always refer them over to your coach as friends start to ask what you're doing, because they start to ask really quickly. I'll say even probably within that first week, they start to ask. So you can always refer them to your coach, and your coach is going to love on them and support them every step of the way as well. But I'm going to tell you guys this. your next phase in this program, or what we see is that next phase of this program and that natural progression, is that you're going to want to pay that forward. We talk about just creating health in all areas, but also creating the community health around us, right? And no better way to solidify your health journey but to help others do the same, to help guide your friends and family, because they're asking anyways, right? And something that we've noticed too is that even if you were to refer them to your coach, they're going to come to you, right? They know you, they love you, they trust you, and they've seen that you're having success. So they're probably going to come to you for those questions anyways.
Yeah, and a lot of what I've noticed, I mean, there's no way to measure this, but I mean, I know I've made better decisions because now I'm accountable to my clients and I have to have those conversations. And I think in my head, man, should I eat that pizza? Sam, I got the angel and the devil up here. All right, pizza, no pizza, pizza, no pizza. And I find myself making better decisions because of that accountability that my clients bring to me. So really, a lot of the accountability is key.
There we go.
What I love
accountability again, because what we see is, having a coach. Let me tell you, that accountability in itself is incredible. But imagine being that guide for others. Now, that's what really your accountability really doubles, and that's what you're going to see as you're really starting your own health journey, just that natural progression of honestly just wanting to do that and wanting to help pay that forward. So we've got some poll results. Let's go through this. Let's see where you guys are at. We've got again, just
see all of them there?
Yeah, again, right? But we see that it really is a great mixture of where everyone is looking to need more of. And that's what's so great, is that it's not just one or the other, right? Is that OPTAVIA offers a solution for all areas. So I love to see these numbers.
And everybody's at a different spot in their journey, right?
Yeah.
So,
and we meet you where you're at. No matter where you are in your own health, we're going to meet you where you are at. So that is so awesome. All right. So let's kind of go over the benefits. We're talking about coaching. We're talking about kind of that next progression or that next step in your journey once you do become a client and start to see the transformation happening within you on a healthy body level, maybe the healthy mind. But let's talk about some of the benefits of becoming an OPTAVIA coach.
So, I mean, besides, like we just talked about, reinforcing your decision to be healthy, we got a lot of people that come into this because they might want to make a couple extra dollars. Obviously, anything that we make with OPTAVIA, there's hard work, dedication, there's different sales efforts that go into what we do. But a lot of really, I guess when we look at, how we sell different things like that, it's really just sharing your story, right? People aren't necessarily coming in to buy OPTAVIA. They're coming in to buy your success. They know you, they trust you, they love you, right? So they're going to reach out and say, what is it you're doing? Michelle said, weight's the thing that you can't really hide. What I find funny about that is usually people only ask or tell you to slow down when you're on the way down. They don't usually say anything when you're on the way up, right? Coaching's fun. It's rewarding. The thank yous that I've got, I got a gallery in my photo on my phone where a lot of people are just saying thank you. And that's really what helped me understand, I love doing this because a lot of it's about having a purpose here and feeling great.
Yeah, like I said, the accountability, it's a reinforce your decision to be healthy. Let me tell you, the accountability is big, but making a difference. And I think that in today's world, there's so many people that need this, and you truly feel like you are making a difference in this world. Even if you're only helping one or two people, it feels good. And, it is super fun. It's absolutely rewarding, right? But the compensation is great. OPTAVIA pays really well to just help others, right? And so, and to most importantly, leave a legacy. What do you want your children or your future children or your grandchildren, to view you as, so for us, it was definitely leaving an incredible legacy for not just our son, but for our future grandkids and future great grandkids, and really just leaving that. So we are going to bring on another story, which I'm really excited because as we're really talking about, obviously, the benefits of guiding others and paying that forward, we have an incredible story of this incredible individual, Erica Ostasewski, who's going to come on and really share with you guys her story and how paying that forward has really helped, benefit her own life too. So Erica, my friend.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm so excited and so honored to be here with you guys tonight and just to share a little bit of my story. And I found OPTAVIA last year, right after maternity leave for my third child. And I was suffering with postpartum depression. I had back-to-back babies, 2 and 2 years. I have 3 total, but the 2 and 2 years, I was bigger than I'd ever been. And I was going back to a career that used to be a really happy career. I had a 15-year corporate training career that was super financially successful. But as I got older and I started to build a family, I lost the passion for it, because I started to realize that what that success was costing me in other areas. Like I found myself driving 80 miles an hour at home to burst into tears because my babies were asleep because I got home so late. And I was working 12-hour days. I missed everything until last year. I worked Saturdays since college graduation. So for almost 20 years. So at what point in my life that served me and it was good. But then when I started to have a family and kids, man, I just wanted to be there for them and enjoy this time with my family. So I came in from maternity leave and a coworker had done OPTAVIA and she introduced it to me, and I was trying something else. I'd been kind of yo-yoing after the baby, and I was very, very skeptical, and I reluctantly agreed to try 1 month. Well, that first month on program, I lost 14 pounds and I lost 6 inches off my waist. So obviously it had my attention, but I went on to lose 54 pounds in 4 months. So about 2 weeks in, and Michelle and Josh aren't joking when, of course, you can't hide, weight loss is something you can't hide, but it's insane how fast people notice on this program. About 2 weeks in, I already had a ton of friends saying, what are you doing? You're shrinking. Are you losing weight? What's happening? So I decided to start coaching. And for me, the coaching side wasn't really the financial side. That wasn't the need there, but I love helping people. And I thought, hey, if you can do the same thing for free, why not, right? I was like, maybe it'll pay for my food. That'd be great. But I also, as I continued to lose weight, I started to change so much from the inside out. Like you hear the same things on here over and over, but everybody, it's true. I became a better wife because instead of coming home so stressed and not, even if I did get home on the nights where I could see my kids before bed, I was finding myself wanting to pour a glass of wine and hide in the bathtub because I was so fried mentally for my day. And I was just thinking, is this what it is when you've made it? Like, is my rest of my life going to look like this? This is it. And I just remember feeling so unfulfilled and thinking there's got to be something more. So I began coaching and I loved coaching. I started to be able to help friends and family members. And it's so cool. Like, I can't tell you, just by sharing out loud on social media, I've reconnected and gotten to know family members and cousins that I haven't ever even hung out with. I'm building relationships, even family relationships I didn't have before, all because of this program. And it's so cool to see how many lives you change. But the financial side, yes, a lot of hard work goes into it, a lot of dedication. And guys, there are no words for how my life has changed. Just for starters, instead of missing everything on every sporting event, everything on a Saturday, because I work Saturdays. Now my husband and I are coaching T-ball. We're there. Not only can I show up, I can coach. We're able to I've been on 5 vacations this year. That's probably more in my adult life, and it's only May. In fact, I just flew in last night from hanging out with Josh and Michelle and Tim and Rachel at this awesome wedding in Temecula. So just being able to have the freedom to up and go and really truly live, and what you can also do for others. I was able to give more to my church last year than I've ever been able to give. Just to be able to help the people around you, though, it's the most rewarding thing to have purpose back, because you look at anything that you're doing in life. And I love how, Michelle, I wrote down what you said about abundance, freedom to live my life around what matters most, because to deal with that, we all need the financials there to live, right? Everybody has what they need to get by on in life and survive. But the older I get, the more I realize that time really is money. And if you're missing out on all the things that matter most to you in life, what is that financial freedom? What's it costing you? And then to find this program and to not only lose that weight and feel better. I turned 40 last year with more energy than I'd had since my 20s, but to also be able to find that same financial freedom, or keep the financial freedom I had before, but have the freedom to enjoy my family and pick them up from school and get home and eat dinner together as a family and really just be in love with my life and go to bed every night feeling so good. Like Josh said, having all those messages, nothing feels better than somebody saying, wow, this changed my life, or I'm so grateful you introduced me to this program. Guys, it's life-changing on every level. And you've heard it, the healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances, it really does all go together. So I encourage everybody, whoever sent you here, reach back out if you're looking for more. If, no matter which of those you need or all three, this program has it, and it truly can transform your life in so many ways. So you guys, I'm happier than I've ever been. I wouldn't trade this for the world. And I'm just forever grateful for this opportunity. So thank you guys for letting me come on and share.
Oh, of course. Thank you for sharing. We love you, Erica. Honestly, this is a girl that we
Love
met.
y'all too.
A girl that we met just a year ago,
Yeah.
right? And now, I mean, we've gone on vacations and we've hung out and
Yeah, you know what I love is you said you're in love with your life, and that is what this is about. Is that are you in love with your life? Do you love the things that you're doing? Or are you fulfilled? And I love that she touched on all of that. Is that she's got passion again. She's fulfilled, and she's just helping others. And so I love that, Erica, my friend. Thank you so much. So let's kind of get deeper into our progressive growth model. Because as OPTAVIA coaches, we move through 3 competencies, and you learn each competency and move to that next one. Because where we start as coaches, right? We acquire and we support and love on clients. We're here to help guide clients through the same program that you are doing. I am a firm believer that we are all professionals, after that first week, right? We know exactly how this program works, and now we're guiding others. And so as an OPTAVIA coach, we're really here to help coach and support clients. In addition to that, to acquiring and supporting clients, we have the business coach, because a business coach acquires and works with coaches and teaches them how to be successful. Because like you, what you'll see is as you start to help others, they too find a passion to help others as their friends and their families are noticing, and they're going to want to join this mission with you.
yeah, and I mean, anyone can do this. We have people that are self-employed. We have people that are doing it full time, doing it part time. Basically, you're going to be a self-employed independent coach, right? A business leader in this business. We work with clients. We build teams of coaches, and we teach people how to run a business. So we're business coaches. Really, the degree of compensation, it's going to follow these skill sets. As you move and you gain the skill set along the way, the compensation gets better along the way as well. But like I was saying, full-time people, part-time people, it fits in the nooks and crannies of your day. Anybody can do this. There's low startup costs. That was something that I loved about it, right? Because becoming a business owner, we've looked into different franchising opportunities with huge startup costs.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Oh no, but I was going to say, we don't have to carry any inventory. It's not like we're keeping the food at home and selling it out of our trunk.
Yeah, no need to stock up, that's for sure. But my favorite is you get to work from anywhere.
Oh,
I think that is the beauty, because I am a traveler.
I want to travel.
I want to travel the world, and I love that this business you can take everywhere with you. It's so flexible, and it's really meant for busy people. When we came into this business, we worked full time. We were on opposite work schedules. He worked the day shifts. I worked the night shifts. We were like two ships sailing through the night, just missing each other, because that's what our life was. And so it was really easy for us as busy people, busy parents, full-time workers to fit this into the nooks and crannies of our life. And what's great is that just like the program as a client, where you're never alone and you have someone there every step of the way, the same thing comes as you become a coach, because it offers complete training and support, and you have a support team and someone there every step of the way. And so we are going to give you guys some action steps as we close out tonight to reach out to the person who invited you to this community time. Remember, make the decision. We talked about that at the beginning. It's just to make the decision. Everything that we do starts with making a decision to really incorporate, the Trilogy of Optimal Health to help reach your goals, whatever goals you have, whatever area that you want to work at, and just jump all in, because OPTAVIA has so much to offer. So really just jump all in.
So guys, if you want to join our OPTAVIA mission for lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time, and help the world create health and well-being, reach out to the person that talked to you. You might decide to get started with the program today. You might decide that you want to go ahead and begin paying it forward and coaching as well. It only takes a minute or two to get started, but join us today or
we will
even
welcome
tomorrow.
you, with open arms. We are one big family, and honestly, it really is just an incredible family to be a part of. We thank you guys so much for being and joining us today and being part of this today. We thank the speakers. We hope that someone maybe touched you, or maybe someone's story really resonated with you to want to move forward with your life and want to make those changes. Thank you guys again for being on. We were so excited to be on here with you guys tonight. Have a great rest of your day.
At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The previous audio contained the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join OPTAVIA, but please note that they have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider or doctor prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may have contained income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. The stories shared reflect the unique experience of a very small percentage of OPTAVIA coaches and should not be relied upon by prospective or current OPTAVIA coaches as an indication of what they should expect to earn. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S., please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan.